Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the registration process for the CAP rounds, which is centralized admission process conducted by the CET cell. So let's get started. Now, the first thing that you will have to do is to visit the main website of CET cell, which is cetcell.mahacet.org. And you'll have to click on the first option, which is click here to CAP portal admission AY 2022-23. Now, in case you want to download your scorecard, etc., then you will have to visit the second option, which is click here to CET portal. But for the CAP registration, click on the first option, which is click here to CAP portal. Once you click on this, it will show you all the other options as well, and you'll have to select the Maharashtra MBA MMS option from this. So from here, I'm going to come to the left-hand side and click on MBA/MMS. Now on this portal, the first thing that you will have to do is to click on new candidate registration. So if you have already created your account, then you will have to click on registered candidate login for the subsequent login attempts. So since I'm creating my account for the first time, I'm going to click on new candidate registration and show you the next steps. Before we get started, make sure that you go through the admission notice for MBA for the academic year, wherein they have given all the important details that you need to keep in mind. Also, the provisional seat matrix for this year has been provided, which will tell you how many seats are there under different categories in each of the colleges. Even the cutoffs of last year have been given. So for CAP Round 1 and for CAP Round 2, for both All India and Maharashtra candidates, the cutoffs have been given. So that will be a nice reference point for you. So whenever you are filling preferences later, you can use these cutoffs to make those decisions. Of course, we will be sharing a video with you, which you can use to decide which colleges you should put as preferences. So for now, let's click on new candidate registration and begin the registration process. So when it comes to candidate registration, there are some important instructions that they have given. I suggest that all of you go through this. So with respect to password and with respect to OTP, etc., they have given some important things. Also, they have mentioned that you should go through the information brochure once before you get started. And make sure that you put all the information accurately, whether it's respect to your scores or your category, your gender, photo, signature, so on and so forth, because all of this information is going to be verified at the facilitation center. So you have to visit the FC personally with your original documents, and that is where you need to verify your documents. For now, let's click on the candidate registration. So here you'll have to enter your full name the way it appears on your 12th or HSC mark sheet. If you're applying on the basis of the Maharashtra MBA CET, you have to enter your name as per the name that you had specified in your CET result card. Other candidates can enter the name as per their HSC certificate. So who are these other candidates? These are essentially students who have not taken the CET, but maybe have taken other All India exams such as the CMAT or the MAT or the ATMA and want to participate in the CAP round. Then you have to select the country, state, district. The mobile number has to be provided, and all communications will be done on this number. The email ID, same thing applies. So all communications will be done over email that you share at this point of time. And I would encourage people to use the same mobile number and email ID that you had used to create your account on the CET portal. So when you registered for the Maharashtra MBA CET, the details that you had given, you can give the same details. For people who have not taken the CET, of course, you can use the mobile number and email ID that you have. And anyway, that is going to be like a new account for you. And when it comes to password, there are some things that you need to consider. The password has to be between 7 to 15 characters, must contain at least one numeric value, and so on. So make sure that you take care of all these specifications, enter the password once, do a confirmation again, and then click on register. Once you're done, you're going to get an OTP on your mobile number, and you will have to enter it to validate your information. And once you're done, you will get your registration ID, which is what you will have to use for subsequent logins. So complete this process, get that login details, and then we can start the rest of the form. Now, once you log in, these are the 10 steps that you need to complete. Starting with step 1, which is filling the registration details. Then CET details is the step 2. Step 3 is candidature details. Step 4 is your type/home university details. Step 5 is category and PWD. Step 6 is qualification. 7 is personal details. Then 8th is uploading your photograph and signature. 9th is payment of the application fees. And lastly, the application form confirmation status at the facilitation center. So please note that you have to verify original documents at the nearest FC, else you will not be eligible for further CAP rounds. So once you have completed step 1 to step 9, you need to go personally visit the FC and complete the document verification process. So let me show you each of these steps now. So step 1 is something that you've already completed, which is filling the registration details. And after that, we come to step 2, wherein you have to enter the Maharashtra MBA CET 22 details. So the question is, have you appeared for the Maharashtra MBA CET or not? In case you have, you will of course select yes and enter your roll number and your registration number. Now, if you're not appeared for CET but still want to participate in the cap round, you'll have to click on no and provide details of the other exam that you have taken. So let's say you are somebody who wants to apply for the cap rounds through your CAT, CMAT or some of the other exam scores, you'll have to select yes. Now, if you're a Maharashtra state student and you have taken a lot of these exams, so let's say you've taken CET, you have taken CMAT, ATMA, and so on and so forth, you can also submit scores, but please keep in mind that you can submit only 2 scores. So CET score, let's say if that is 1 score that you have submitted, out of the other exams that you have to select the exam name of the best percentile score. So let's say you've taken 3 tests such as CMAT, MAT, and ATMA, and you have the highest percentile in, let's say, MAT, then that is the exam that you're going to select. So here under select exam name, you will have to select the appropriate test. So CMAT, CAT, GMAT, MAT, ZAT, and ATMA. With respect to CMAT and MAT, they have specified that the exams that are conducted in 22 will only be considered. So you select the appropriate thing and you have to put your roll number, percentile, total score, and all India rank, etc. if that is provided to you. The roll number and percentile becomes a mandatory field, but total score and all India rank, these are optional. Now, in case you have taken CMAT or ATMA, if you enter the roll number, the scorecard details, and the system will automatically fetch the data. So you don't really have to worry about it. And for other exams such as CAT, ZAT, MAT, GMAT, you need to enter the details exactly as per the scorecard without doing any sort of roundup of decimal point digits. So keep all of this in mind while you are filling the data. If you are somebody who has taken only CET and you have not taken any other exam, you need not worry about this. You can simply select no and move forward. So select yes that I have taken the CET, enter roll number, registration number. Here you will select no and move ahead. Just in case you want to submit the other exam score, please do that. So you can select yes, enter the details and move ahead. So finish this part and click on verify and save to move to the next step. The next step is candidate type. So here you will have to select which type of candidature is applicable to you. So starting from Maharashtra State Candidate Type A, make sure that you go through the definition and then only make a selection. Because if you make an error here, the facilitation center will have to correct it. But it is always better that you take care in terms of sharing what is the type of candidature that you have. So for example, who is a Maharashtra State Candidate Type A? Somebody who has passed HSC or passing diploma in different domains and qualifying examination from a recognized institution in Maharashtra state, or candidate who is either domicile of Maharashtra and or is born in Maharashtra. So that is the definition of who is a type A. So let's say you are somebody who has a domicile certificate, but you have not completed your graduation from here, then you become a type B candidate. So a candidate who does not fall in type A, but who or his father or mother is domiciled in the state of Maharashtra and possesses domicile certificate. So go through all of these definitions and see which is the one that is applicable to you. Also talk to your parents, because there are some cases where if you don't have a document, but your parents have a document, then you can fall under the Maharashtra state type. So please make sure that you talk to them as well, go through the definitions of all of these and then only make the selection. Because this is one of the most important things that you will do in this particular form. Your candidature type decides how many seats you are competing for. So make sure that you do the right selection and then move ahead. And once you're done, you just need to click on save and proceed, which will take you to the next step. Now, once you're done with your candidature type, on the next step, it is going to show you which district you have completed the HSC or passing diploma in engineering or technology or pharmacy from. So this is going to be a place from which you have done your HSC or passing diploma. And after this, you'll have to select the district from which the candidate has passed or appeared for graduation. So you have to make selections here. There are a lot of options within these drop-downs, and your home university is something that it will indicate to you. So as your candidature is type A, candidate who is either domicile of Maharashtra and so on, you are required to submit any one of the documents given below. Please note that depending on your candidature type, it might show you different set of documents which you will have to upload. So here there are three options that I have. I can upload either a domicile certificate or a birth certificate or the school living certificate. I'll make the selection that I want to upload, and towards the end, I will have to upload that document. So for now, let's select birth certificate and click on save and proceed to go to the next step. Now the next thing is category. So again, a very important field because you will have to specify the accurate information here. The facilitation center, they are going to verify the details that you have submitted. And this again has implication on which seat you get allotted. So please make sure that you do the right selection here. So in terms of category, the first question is, do you belong to general or reserve candidate? So if you're a general candidate, you need to select general and whether you belong to EWS or not. Let's say I click on reservation, it is going to show me different categories starting from DT/VJ, NTA, NT1, 2, 3, OBC, SBC, SC, and ST. Now, for now, I'm just going to make a selection. So let's say if I select OBC, then here you'll have to select the subcategory as well, right? Once you do that, then status of the caste or tribe validity certificate also needs to be mentioned, whether it is available, applied but not received, or not available. So in case you have any confusion here, you can talk to the FC directly. So make sure that you give a call to them, or you can, if it is nearby, you can actually personally visit and seek any clarifications that you may have. For now, I'm going to click on general. And do you belong to EWS? Let's say if you select yes, it is going to ask you for selecting the status of the EWS certificate, whether it is available, have you applied it but you're not received it, or it is not available. For now, I'm going to click on no. And for PWD, there are two questions. Do you belong to PWD? So yes or no, these are the two options that you have. And if you're claiming for PWD, you'll have to specify which sort of disability it is. I'm going to select no for now. After this, it is going to show you the certificate of the Indian nationality of the candidate. So here there are three options that I'm getting. I can upload the certificate of nationality, I can give school living certificate or the birth certificate. So since on the previous page we had chosen birth certificate, the same can be used here as well. Once you complete this, click on save and proceed to move ahead. The next step is qualification details. So here you'll have to enter your 10th and 12th HSC marks to begin with. So first of all, fill the 10th or the SSC and then 12th or the HSC. So here in case of grades, you're required to provide the certificate stating the marks equivalent to grade awarded by your respective university or college. In case of range of marks given, the minimum marks will be considered. So that's an important consideration that you'll have to keep in mind. So here for SSC aggregate, mathematics, science, English, and for 12th HSC diploma aggregate, you need to enter the marks obtained, marks out of, and the percentage. Once you're done, you have to go to the next thing, which is graduation mark details. So here you'll have to start with graduation stream first of all. There are a lot of options here. I'm just going to select one of them randomly. The graduation university needs to be selected. After this, place of passing or appearing for graduation, whether it is India or abroad. Then graduation type, whether it is full-time, part-time, or distance education. The passing year needs to be indicated. And after this, you have to select the graduation status, whether you have passed or you are appearing for it. The graduation marks type, whether percentage or GPA, that also has to be selected. If you select CGPA, it will ask you to enter the obtained CGPA and the maximum CGPA. If you have selected percentage, it will ask you to enter your marks divided by the marks out of. So once you enter that, it will calculate the percentage. After you are done with this, you can click on save and proceed to move ahead. So in the next step, firstly, it is going to validate the name that you have entered in this form and whether it is matching against the name that you had entered in your CET registration process. If there's a match, it will show 1. If there is no match, it will show a 0. Now for mother's name, you'll have to enter the name as it appears on HSC mark sheet. After this, select your date of birth, your gender. You have to confirm the gender once again. There's a question which says, are you orphan? Yes or no, those are the options that you have. Annual family income has to be selected from the range that is available. Then you have to enter the religion and the mother tongue. Please note that if you have selected Hindu as the religion, you will not be eligible to apply for religious minority. There's a question which says, do you want to apply for TFWS, which is tuition fee waiver scheme? You can select yes if you're falling in that bracket. If you are not, then you can select no. Do you belong to minority? You'll have to again make a choice between yes or no. If you select yes, you'll have to specify which minority it is. And then you have to enter the permanent address, whether your permanent address is in urban or rural area, and make a choice and enter the address followed by the state, district, taluka, the village or the city, and the pin code. Once you're done, at the bottom of this page, you will have your mobile number, email ID, etc. given to you. Make sure that you confirm all the details that you have entered so far, and then only move to the next step. The next step is uploading your photograph with the signature. So here your recent color photo and signature has to be uploaded. The photo must be 3.5 by 4.5 and the facial image must be 2.5 into 3.5 out of that. So you have to ensure that you follow the specifications that they have given, and the image has to be in a JPG, GIF or PNG format. So those are the three formats that are available. In case you're not able to convert or resize your photograph or signature, please use a website called picresize.com to ensure that it fits into this particular specification that they have asked. So to upload your photograph with signature of yourself. Once you're done, you can move to the next step. So the next step is uploading of documents. So you have to upload scanned documents, and the list of documents that I'm going to show you will be different for different people based on the responses that you have given. So in case you belong to a reserved category, you will have to additionally upload those documents, or if you're a PWD, you'll have to upload those documents. So depending on the candidature type, etc., the document names are going to be different. So here, for example, based on the choices that I have given, I need to upload the SSC mark sheet, HSC mark sheet, the college living or the transfer certificate, the birth certificate of the candidate indicating the place of birth in India, and then the same birth certificate to be uploaded to indicate the place of birth as Maharashtra. Then the graduation mark sheet needs to be uploaded, followed by the scorecard of CET. Once you're done with uploading of all these documents in the scanned copies of these documents, you can simply click on submit and move to the next step, which is payment. So now at this stage, if you're somebody who has taken the CET, it will show you that your payment status is by default successful because you have paid the application fees of 1,000 rupees at the time of examination. But just in case you're somebody who has not taken the CET and applying through your CMAT, MAT, ATMA or the CAT score, etc., then you will have to make the payment at this point of time. Once you're done with that, it is going to show you the entire form that you have submitted. Please go through all the details before you make the final confirmation. So go through each and everything that is written, whether in terms of your marks or your candidature type, the category, and so on, and then only move to the next step. Once you're done with all of this, you need to visit the facilitation center in person and then do the document verification. So you need to visit them personally to get the document verification done. Please keep that in mind. Okay, so if you have any questions, always reach out to the facilitation center. Otherwise, you might end up making mistakes in the form. So please complete it in all aspects, and then you are done with the application process. Now, what is going to happen after this is they are going to publish the final merit list of candidates who will be participating in the actual CAP rounds, which will begin a little later. For now, it's just the registration process. So complete this and you're done. So thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.